Well, there's a lot of lessons that I learned in this journey. I want to be a woman who is not afraid to say her truth to the people. This is RABIYA and this is me on Spotlight. Well, I had a simple childhood and you all know that my life is an open book. We really came from nothing. I really need to start from scratch, but my mom would always remind me that I need to have that heart for my studies because that is the only thing that she can give me, and I believed her. And after graduating college, I was able to land a job as an educator, as a teacher, and that's when I started to provide for my family. Well, I have a lot of women that I really look up to, but Miriam Defensor Santiago hits differently whenever I see her face or even hear her name. And you can testify because of my answer in Miss Universe Philippines, I really look up to her. Well, it was quite hard because we didn't have much of resources, and I would even have part-time jobs while studying. I was working as a model. I was giving out flyers just to sustain my education. But those are the things that I would never be ashamed of because it molded me to be who I am today. And by experiencing those humble beginnings, a lot of people can relate to my story. And it also brings hope and inspiration to those young ones who share the same reality as mine. Well, when nobody know me yet, I remember I was walking down Quiapo because I was living with my titos and titas because I cannot afford to have my own home. I cannot afford to rent my own condominium that time, and every day I would commute from Quiapo to España because I'm teaching in a review center for physical therapy. And it was quite hard because my mom is not around. I need to be financially independent because during the time I was still sending my brother to school. But I would remind myself every day that I wasn't born a quitter, that I am a warrior, and I need to do something, to bring something for my family. There would be 3 lessons that I really hold in my heart. That would be first, to love yourself even better because this industry is kind of cruel. There's a lot of opinions about you, and with social media sometimes it's gonna instill a lot of doubts in your head. But love yourself because you are beautiful, you are wonderful, and you are just in the perfect moment. Be patient because sometimes we aspire to have instant results, but in reality it doesn't work that way. You really need to work hard in every aspect that you do. Like in my case, with my fitness journey, I really need to transform. I need to gain weight. I need to be fit for Miss Universe. Regardless of whatever results it may be, you will still continue to do what is good for yourself and for other people. Because sometimes, like what happened to me, I didn't win, but it doesn't mean that I'm a failure. It's just that night wasn't meant for me. But still, there's a lot of opportunities that comes with my title. So I really need to look at the brighter side of everything. Well, I'm very much happy that I experienced a lot of things. I realized that it's still a great opportunity for me to build connections with a lot of people. And despite my journey not being perfect as other people expect me to be, but now I am much stronger. And I know what I want in life, and I will continue to bounce back stronger despite of making mistakes a couple of times. I'm gonna stand up once again, bolder and stronger this time. Well, I have a lot of dreams in my life. One of them is to establish my own business for my financial security. And aside from that, also I am looking forward to different investments, like buying my own home in the near future, because that would be the definition of success that I have in me. That is, what can I give back for my family? And it's never easy when you came from nothing. It's never easy when you had those moments in which you have to transfer from one home to another because you cannot afford to pay rent. That's why now I need to really love what I have, my job, my career, and those people who have helped me, because my life goal now is to establish my future so that I will have financial security. I'm gonna join show business, that's for sure. I'm looking forward to also do hosting and acting at the same time. It's very far from being a beauty queen, but I am up for this challenge. And yes, who knows, maybe this is the right door for me this time. Oh, by just saying Iloilo, I already miss my city. It's been a while since I'm home because of all the preparations for the pageant and with the pandemic that we have. But the best thing about Iloilo is that its people would always share our values to one another. Things weren't easy back then. We were hit by Typhoon Frank and Super Typhoon Yolanda, but we were able to stand together because, the privileged ones were able to give hand to those who needed them the most. And that's maybe the reason why we are called the City of Love. But also, the sustainability of my city. Every year, I can see a lot of developments and progress, and I'm very proud to say that as an Ilonggo, great things are happening in my city right now. I actually have a list of all the qualities that I am looking in a property that I want to purchase in the future. And first of all, I want to make sure that my family is safe and secure from anything. These days things are difficult. And aside from that, I want to make sure the accessibility of that area for my necessities, from the cup of chocolate milk that I would like to have as my snack to the amenities that would empower me for my recreational activities and exercises, such as the pool and the gym. These are the amenities that I would consider. And probably the third one is the value appreciation. Once you buy something, we need to make sure that in the span of 5 or 10 years, its value would increase, because that is a reminder that we put our money in a good place, that would be considered as a good buy. And last but not the least would be the ease of purchase. We all know that there's a lot of requirements, there's a lot of documents that we need to compile. And the good thing here in Avida Home, there would be personnel that would assist you from step 1 up until the end point, in which you can call that Avida property your own. I'm very happy and I'm very lucky to be part of this Avida family, because I was able to have a lot of experiences with my busy schedule. Everything is so accessible, everything is so easy for me. And this is also a reminder to all of our viewers that regardless of where you are, if there's Avida Home, I am quite sure that the quality of service that they would provide you and your family is something that you have to consider. And that makes me really happy to spend my months of preparing here in Avida property. At 24, I still have a lot of dreams in my life, but one of the things that I'm saving up for is my education. I want to do med school. Still, probably in 7 years, guys, you won't just know me as the beauty queen, as Miss Universe Philippines 2020, but you might call me Doc Mateo. I definitely agree with that statement. And as a woman who had her own personal space, I had a lot of growth building my life in having this space. You know, to be able to make your decision from time to time, to be able to empower yourself, and to be the author of your own story. And that is such a beautiful message. And I hope all the women in this world would aspire to have their own space so that they can be the woman that they aspire to become in the future. RABIYA is nothing less than phenomenal. I can say that because of all the experiences I had in my life, good and bad, it molded me to be a strong woman who is not afraid to conquer the future. Thank you for having me, Avida.